That's heavy. Mate, I'm struggling in this heat, like.
It's ridiculous.
We're not going to be up here for long, like, because I am dying. Yeah. I'm absolutely dying.
That is high. It's high and hot.
Industrial abseiling is one of the world's most spectacular jobs.
You don't know if you're mad, do you?
It's gravity-defying, vertigo-inducing, and definitely not for the faint-hearted. We are taking you behind the scenes with one of the UK's top abseiling teams.
We always finish on time, whatever it takes.
We'll get up close and personal.
I don't think he'd take his weight, to be fair.
As we travel across the world.
I prefer the cold, I'd miss the snow.
With the rope men at the top of their game.
Nice view. Looks nice, yeah?
Britain is in the midst of a construction boom. And though scaffolding has ruled the way for years, there's a new guy in town. An eco-friendly, cost-effective man on a rope.
Greg, don't fall, will you, mate?
Shut up!
Ever since the 2012 Olympic Games, Essex-based Avalon Abseiling have been maintaining London's Tower Bridge lighting system.
I'm not getting the multimeter out to test those. I'm struggling with that.
It may look like Mission Impossible, but former Scottish champion gymnast Greg is in his element.
Yes, immediately. Yeah, I've got a whole little group waving.
Yeah.
Woo, got some waves. Now I can do a happy dance.
I suppose it takes a certain type of person who wants to do it and who enjoys doing it. A lot of people, especially if they don't understand abseiling, think we're crazy, think we're mad. You don't know if you're mad, do you? You tell me, right?
For the abseilers, it's just a regular day at the office.
Is the incoming cable on your side? It must be.
It's on my side, yeah.
It's quite relaxing up here.
Yeah, I'm quite hungry now. Not waiting until 3 to go for lunch.
There's some croissants and stuff downstairs.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Nice.
The rope men may rise to a challenge.
I'll be as quick as I can anyway, yeah?
But electrician Nigel is well aware of the risks involved.
The teams are very important. You couldn't do this on your own. It's totally unsafe.
Oh, it's getting a bit windy.
Yeah. You're almost there. That's it. Yeah, your buddies are responsible for your lives and you're responsible for theirs. So you look out for each other.
Equally important is a confidence in the equipment.
The rope connects into this device, which only travels one way and it locks so I can climb. And it's a similar device here with a foot loop so I can stand, pull the rope through, lock, pull, and then climb the rope. It's quite simple, works really well.
Trust in the kit allows the guys to relax and enjoy the moment.
I think it's probably the most famous bridge in the world, at least one of them. It's just an honour really getting to work here. You know, it's a great climbing frame for us as well.
You could say it's a once in a lifetime, but we keep to be doing it quite frequently, so it's not anymore. Those crazy people.
Avalon Abseiling was founded by former extreme sport enthusiast Phil Boyce.
About 20 years ago, I found myself on my own thinking about how would I actually set up a business, and was actually at my mum and dad's original house where I was born. So it was actually on their kitchen table, and it grew from there.
Phil believes abseilers are a different breed.
Most things don't faze people who climb on ropes. They're usually calm, collective people.
Morning, Phil. You all right?
They're born to do it. They have something about them. They're the normal child who doesn't crawl across the floor. They want to climb the staircase. That comes out later on in life.
Besides Phil and the abseilers, one man in particular plays a vital role. The rope store manager, Ian.
They know what I'm trying to do, and they'll always try and get a bit more kit. They love shiny things, so I have to lock things away nearly. If I think someone's coming in, it's like, oh, put it down, you know. But no, they're great.
The guys never miss an opportunity to wind him up.
I'd like at this point to clarify, I have never bought anything on eBay. Rope or anything, actually. I've just never bought off eBay anything.
When it comes to safety, the rope men's lives are in Ian's hands.
What I'm looking for is in a rope like this, I'm looking for that damage. And this damage is the internal kernel coming through the outer mantle, and that gets scrapped immediately. This will be cut up. I'm not going to let this go out. Someone could be killed on it.
Every abseiling job brings its own unique challenge. After travelling almost 300 miles to the Devonshire coastal town of Plymouth, today's task has already hit a major snag, despite a very early start.
I'm looking for the caretaker's number. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Might have to give him a ring because the code is not working to get in. This job's all about difficult access anyway, so step one, getting inside the building. Why? We've been tasked to start early to work over the taxi rank.
Pen. Just write this down.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye. Bye. Success!
Intercity House, built for British Rail in 1962, is badly in need of some TLC.
I'll pass all the stuff over to you, Greg, don't worry.
The team is here to seal any leaks on the windows and check on the integrity of the structure.
So concrete testing and making sure the panels are in good condition. There is some damaged areas, so we're going to use a meter to check the depth of reinforcement.
Unfortunately, they are not the only ones to consider the roof their territory.
This time of year, you can encounter nests of different birds. Some jobs get stopped because of it, you know, birds of prey and such like. Although seagulls are protected, we just know how to sort of treat them. And once they get used to us, they settle down a little bit and we can just carry on.
At least that's the theory.
I feel like I'm going to get attacked by a seagull any minute, man. It's hovering, eh?
The gulls are proud and protective parents and guard their nests with their lives.
I'm not touching them. I'm not touching them. Leave me alone.
With the seagull standoff reaching a temporary truce, it's time to get on with the job.
Quite peaceful today, isn't it? Not for long.
In no time at all, feathers are ruffled once again.
Oh, somebody's kicking off.
The drill noise is being amplified as it reflects off the building. The locals are none too pleased.
What time is it?
20 to 7.
20 to 7.
Yeah. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Very early.
We've obviously disturbed the residents, so they've been shouting out their windows to keep the noise down. We're going to have to carry on, but be mindful that people are still sleeping.
Distressed seagulls and disturbed locals are not the only concern. The changeable seaside weather is taking a turn for the worse.
You know, yeah, you can tell the wind's picking up now for sure. Like, yeah, it's starting to blow.
Exposure, wind, seagulls, what can you do? Battling against the elements.
Strong winds pose a serious threat to the abseiler's safety.
If a gust comes up and whips you around the corner, that's, you know, it's really dangerous because you've got the corners. If the ropes are unprotected around the corner, it could, especially with your weight on it, could easily cut through. A couple of times I thought, right, it's time to get down, you know, it's a bit gusty, gripping on for dear life.
The guys decide to call it a day.
Yeah. Oh, I nearly got him there. We haven't had any proper strikes yet though, have we? Hasn't hit him.
No.
Just a lot of noise.
They are noisy, but they haven't dropped anything on us, which is what they often do, isn't it?
Look at that sweet face. I don't know how anyone could not like that. But I don't think they liked me much either, to be honest, so maybe they just don't like abseilers, I don't know. No, it's all falling down now. He's dropped that loop over the edge, so it's pulling every single bit of the rope out now.
Abseiling is pushing previous access boundaries to the extreme.
It's like a bloody frying pan, isn't it?
But for many,
He looked over and said, I ain't going over there.
it's a challenge too far.
Oh, no.
I don't think he'd take his weight, to be fair.
North London's Alexandra Palace was originally built in 1873. It was refurbished in the 1980s to feature an elaborate glass roof.
Nice, interesting building. Something a bit different, but definitely a challenge. The amount of glass that's in the roof, the access is really difficult.
A broken window teetering dangerously 40 feet above the hall is causing concern. Greg and safety supervisor Mark have come to the rescue.
Let's go, guys. Let's jump in. Let's get on. Jump aboard my flying ship.
The guys have enlisted the Spider, a specialised cherry picker to give them a lift.
Could you hold on tight to me in case I don't like it? Right, this is a big effort now, isn't it? Okay, let's push it up.
Greg has pre-rigged a rope, and Mark has the honour of putting it to the test.
Okay, I'm going to slip now in a minute. There you go. Clear. Obviously, it's been up now for 30 years plus, so it's a little bit fragile in places, and you just have to be a little bit more cautious now. We wouldn't want to fall through, and thankfully, we're not going to. Oh, no. Ah, there you go. Bye. That was the nut. Yeah, it's not... This is such a typical 80s bloody design, you know?
Mark is the elder statesman of the Avalon Abseiling crew.
Oh, my knees. Ah.
And today, he's not a happy camper.
This goes against all the laws of self-preservation, this, doesn't it? Am I to assume you didn't have a better screwdriver in that? That's all I'm doing is kneeling on that bloody glass.
Poor old Mark is not having a good time of it.
Greg, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Just have a look at my left eye.
Put something in your eye.
Yeah, I just hope it's not a piece of glass.
Maybe a bit of dust, because there's a lot of dust on this.
Okay. It probably is. I'm just being a bit paranoid, but there you go.
Who knew removing glass could be such a pain?
Right, no, we're on to the last piece. But it's right in the corner. All good to come back in?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Abseiling provides immediate access with very little setup time. But that's not to say the jobs themselves are ever easy.
I don't mind early starts. I mean, I've been doing them for years now, so I used to get up a bit earlier. I used to be up about 4 or 5 o'clock, so 6, 7 o'clock's not so bad for me.
Young Mark has been abseiling for the last 6 years.
There's quite a lot I like about the job, hanging from the buildings all day, and especially in the summer, it's quite enjoyable. But it can be pretty tough in the winter.
Today, both Marks are joining forces as they prepare to kick off a very special job.
But I thought the ones that we couldn't get to were over here. When you see it, it's at the entrance. It's actually on the entrance.
This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah,
This is the side.
that's right, that's right.
The Medeski Stadium, home to Reading Football Club since 1998, is getting rusty.
Let's go from the 2 points.
I would do that.
The Ropemen's goal is to clean and paint the roof steels before the pre-season matches kick off in 6 weeks.
If you fall one side, if you fall that side, you stop from this side.
Supervisor Mark is somewhat overwhelmed.
From a rope access perspective, obviously it's difficult, it's physical. We're in the height of the summer now, so the heat will play a part.
Takes yeah.
We've got to get up here, rig the ropes, 4 processes for painting, and of course we've got to clean it.
It's nice to have something different, especially this job. It's a bit more complex than most of them.
Getting it finished by the 15th of August, I think, is the main challenge.
Dubai has the tallest skyline in the world. Yet to scaffold just one of the 900 skyscrapers would take months. Abseiling is faster and less expensive. But for the UK team arriving here to work, it's a daunting prospect.
First impression is it's as we expected, bloody roasting. Glorious sunshine, dry, hot, and massive buildings everywhere. You've got Big Ben up here just past, you know what I mean? What's a replica of that? Absolutely incredible. Scaled up, yeah.
The building Greg and Nigel will be hanging off is the Conrad, a 51-storey, 5-star luxury hotel. Standing 255 metres tall, it's more than double the height that either Greg or Nigel has ever abseiled before.
It's definitely going to be a bum clencher, that one, isn't it? A couple of 100 metres up. Might be a little bit nerve-wracking, that one. Ian's going to get on the rope, so he's going to test it out for us, aren't you, Ian?
I thought I'd be the first up and down. No messing about.
First, the guys want to check the Dubai rope store satisfies Ian's meticulous high standards.
It's a bit chilly, eh?
This is our first visit here. Cheers, guys. Oh, good Lord.
Hi there. All right.
I'd love something this big.
Wow, this is like a massive upgrade from your one, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, OK. Can we have the kit then that's been prepared?
We're going to have a check through, like a normal pre-use check, you know, so plus for our own peace of mind and stuff, you know. Not that we don't trust your ropes or something, but, you know, no offence on that.
This is where my sensible side comes out, really.
The environmentally friendly man on a rope is an ideal solution for eco-minded councils. When it comes to cavity insulation, Rob and co-worker Zach have years of experience, ably supported by lorry driver Danny.
What would we do without the lorry drivers?
Wouldn't be running out of muck, would we?
We're the runt of the firm, aren't we? It's like the Avalon Abseiling get all the bonuses, really. We just get all the That's true as well.
For this team, it's all about making the job fun.
Generally, it is great back now, do you know what I mean? I do love my job. I like the people I work with, which makes it even better. You don't want to come and work and not get on with people.
Oh, he ain't too bad when he keeps his mouth shut.
That's a no then.
Zip him up like Rainbow, and yeah, he's all right.
It's like going back to kids, they're competitive. Who can get down the quickest? So basically, they set themselves a challenge, which is good for the company because they get the job done a lot quicker as well.
To help reduce heat loss, Houses are built with an interior and exterior wall. The insulation works by drilling holes into the cavity between them, which are then filled with small polystyrene beads mixed with glue. The guys make it look easy. But even wannabe abseilers can find it too much to handle.
We was on a job where a new guy came on. He went up to the roof, he got his harness on, he looked over and said, I ain't going over there. And he quit, he just walked off. It's as simple as that. He says, I'm not doing it. I thought I could, but I can't.
Danny doesn't fancy it either.
Never. I've been up there, I look over and I just think, how do they do it? I admire them for doing it, it's a brave thing, but these boys have been doing it for a long time.
I don't think he'd take his weight, to be fair. He might have to do a bit of work then, I don't think he'd like that either.
Always got something to say, Rob. Even when he's working on the ropes.
Hurry up, man.
Shut your nose. Come and help us.
Won't take both our weight. Gets everywhere, do you know what I mean? You go to the toilet, get up and you've got beads sitting there in the toilet. It just gets everywhere. I don't know how it gets there. My bird's constantly hoovering it up.
All right, it's got to be about that time.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Lunch break.
When things go wrong, the beads and glue can also travel beyond the cavity.
Yeah, we've had someone's bedroom. It was me who drilled it actually. I don't know who pumped it, but we had like we had longer drill bits.
And they got it all the wrong way round. It's drilled all the way through the flat, basically.
It wasn't just one hole, it was 12 holes. Make sure you get that in, man. Yeah. All round his flat. The geezer was getting mental. Next day, we've got photos sent to the office where their bedroom was literally filled up to the bed level. So you can imagine how much was in there. Like, and they're claiming for their jewellery, their bed sheets, their TV, everything.
In Dubai, UK abseilers Greg and Nigel are about to face their biggest challenge yet, investigating potentially damaged window frames on the towering Conrad Hotel.
Can we have a key for the roof? Do you have a key? For roof? For roof access, yeah.
Security office. No.
Security office.
Okay.
It seems the access specialists have a familiar problem.
So a lot of times guys in the office are like, how's it taking you 3 days to do that job, you know, because we took half a day just getting onto the roof, you know?
Yeah.
Greg's frustration is understandable. The temperature is already 92 degrees Fahrenheit and rising.
How are we getting a freezer lorry?
On the roof, they are hit with an unwanted strength-sapping climb.
We're going to probably have to rig a rope, throw a rope over one of these steels, do a pull through, climb up.
Because I think that's what they were saying, that they went up, ropes come off the top of that one.
With such a high-risk job, Greg and Nigel can't afford anything to be lost in translation.
You've done it first time, yeah? One try. First time, yeah? First time. You've done it first time.
The heat in Dubai becomes so intense that it's illegal to work outside between 12 and 3 p.m. Time is of the essence.
Slightly sensing height of what's going on, you know? I'm not going to say I'm scared. I've hardly done anything, I'm already roasting. Nice view. Looks nice, yeah?
The local worker isn't fazed.
Right, state this guy, he's like cool as a cucumber, man. No sweat, easy, yeah? I get out your way.
Unfortunately, the guy's laid-back approach includes dropping Nigel's rope down the wrong side of the building.
No, it's all falling down now. It's all down. He's dropped that loop over the edge, so it's pulling every single bit of the rope out now.
When your daily life is literally hanging by a thread,
If it starts lightning, then I'm definitely going to leave Zach up there.
the last thing you need
Should have taken waterproofs. Struggling in this heat, like.
It's bloody ridiculous.
is a battle with Mother Nature.
I feel really now.
You feel
Yeah.
well, we're nearly there.
Competition can be good for business.
Give yourself an head start, yeah?
Today, the abseiling cavity insulation team of Rob and Zach
Better not smell.
have come out fighting amongst themselves.
Zach, can you get that one round the corner?
They're yours. They're yours, mate.
Rob is trying every possible tactic to make sure he's finished before his rival.
Just want to slow me down, mate.
Nah, man.
Lorry driver Danny is more concerned the guys don't damage any satellite dishes in their race down.
Satellite dishes, mate, are an absolute nightmare. You've only got to knock them and we've got to pay to realign them. Tenants come out shouting and hollering, obviously they can't watch their soaps, EastEnders, blah, 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 but we do our best, but sometimes it ain't enough.
Rob knows how to keep the house owners on side, but his dawdling allows Zach to edge in front.
He had an head start, remember?
Proof's in the pudding, man. Proof's in the pudding.
I think I caught you up nicely, mate.
It's neck and neck at the end, but there can be only one winner.
I've got more holes in him, ain't I? I'm doing that and under the window.
He's just a sore loser.
No, he won. Look, I'll shake his hand fair and square. Well done, Zach.
Oh, that's one, Rob.
He won.
Get the beers in there, eh?
I'm gutted, man.
No, it's all falling down now. He's dropped that loop over the edge, so it's pulling every single bit of the rope out now.
In Dubai, Nigel and Greg are investigating reports from guests of potentially damaged window frames on the Conrad Hotel.
I just, like I said, suffering from the heat now,
Yeah, man. Doesn't take long, does it?
which is exactly what I was afraid of.
Nice and easy, Nigel. Nice and easy. If you feel, then just come off. Whoo! Here we go.
If ever Ian's ropes need to hold out, today's the day.
They'll be nervous. They were nervous this morning. It was obvious. Their biggest concern or trepidation will be the moment they go over the edge.
God, that's heavy.
Because obviously this is a higher building than they're used to.
God, it's hot on this glass. All right, yeah?
I'm not telling my mum about this one. She thinks I'm insane anyway.
That is high. I mean, it's high and hot.
Before they can begin the job, they need to reposition Nigel's fallen rope.
You have to try and get your rope around that. I'm going to pull up a bit, give you some slack, and you just loop it over, yeah?
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to stop. This will have to wait.
You're going to have to stand up in that, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna have to wait a second.
This is insanely hot, this.
Things are going from bad to worse.
It's that edge, isn't it?
The rope is now snagged on the building.
It's catching in the panels.
Now hold the weight if you can take it out. That's the one.
Just when they think it's sorted, the weight pulls it back around.
Why is it back down there again? That's what I meant, it should have been down there.
Yeah, that's where it went. I just flicked both ends round.
I think you've just unlooped it.
A further 15 minutes of valuable time has now been wasted.
Oh,
They desperately need to get on with the job.
Right, let's get off this roof.
I feel really now.
You feel?
Yeah.
Well, we're nearly there.
Yeah, I know. Could have cleaned these better.
Right, let's have a look at that.
There's crack. Well, that's probably expansion joints. Because this glass is going to expand a lot. Yeah?
The temperature is now a dangerous 118 degrees Fahrenheit.
Sweating. Sweating like.
If their body core temperature reaches 105 degrees, the chances of a fatal heat stroke increase dramatically.
It's like a frying pan, isn't it? Keep coming. I don't want to have to climb to rescue you, see, so let's stay at the same level.
The prolonged heat exposure is already beginning to take its toll.
I'm getting like shivers, man. I must be getting heat stroke or something. That's a real issue, man. We can't be about here for long. We've got,
Can we go now?
Yeah, let's have a quick look at this section.
The job comes a distant second to personal health, but they are determined to finish the work.
This is looking pretty sound.
Brilliant.
It's not any different to the rest of it anyway.
Nope.
The heat is relentless. It's all just pounding the whole time. No escape from it. Kind of becomes your main focus after that, and the height is, it's not as much of an issue. Like past 5 floors you're dead anyway, so you know, it's all psychological, isn't it?
I'm shivering, which is too hot. I don't like it. Like I said, I don't cope with heat. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. More than 1 drop a day. I'm slightly pooped, you know.
It's too much, man. There's only a short drop as well.
I just think the big tower blocks now back at home will look at it in a completely different way. I think we'll be a little more prepared. That was toasty, but we did it. We'll have a bear hug in a minute.
If we get another day of rain, you're going to run out of jobs to do.
It's now only 2 weeks before pre-season kick-off at Reading FC's Medeski Stadium. After several days of bad weather, the repainting is seriously behind schedule, and there can be no extra time.
We factor certain elements in, and weather is one of them. But to be honest, if you get a run of bad weather, it's just a run of bad weather and you just got to deal with it. There's no excuse. We've got to finish on time. We've just got to catch up.
Zach and Rob have been transferred from cavity insulation to help out.
It's all could be somewhere different, but it's actually a nice stadium. I didn't actually expect it to be as nice as what it is.
It's got to this time of the day, and we haven't really got anywhere yet. We're just, you know, so we're losing time. It's raining, then we're going, oh, it's raining. So we just got to go raining, get on with that.
A bit of rain ain't going to hurt. I don't know what they're flapping about, but me and Zach, we'd probably just get on with it, to be honest.
The rain may not slow them down, but a serious storm would force an immediate retreat.
Yeah, if it starts lightning, then I'm definitely going to leave Zach up there. What do you reckon, Zach?
I'm going to slap you on your lip in a minute.
Thought I was only going to be up there for a couple of minutes. Should have taken my waterproofs.
As if they weren't under enough pressure, the boss is on his way to give a team talk.
Got to make the fans look like they've got a nice clean stadium. So I thought I'd better come down to make sure everything's back on track. If it's raining, it's okay with that, but it's the painting afterwards. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Mark controls the contract. He takes responsibility for the men. If he says he needs more men, then he gets more men.
Nice little different sort of job for you, isn't it? Plus, we don't mind it because it's different for us.
Yeah.
As doing installation week in, week out. Not gonna lie, it does get a bit boring, a bit tiredless as well.
If you would, what are you trying to say?
Despite the banter, Phil means business.
We always finish on time, whatever it takes. It will be done, and it will be done by the day we say it's going to be done by.
After their extreme height and heat ordeal, Greg, Nigel and Ian are chilling out, Dubai style. It's a time to relax and reflect.
Just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. For us, the heat was a massive, massive challenge out here. I think being an abseiler, you need to be reasonably fit. Obviously, it's very active. There's times you're climbing. It's quite physical. Not necessarily a young man's game. There's plenty of older abseilers out there, I'm sure. But certainly, if you're not fit, if you've got a bad back, you know, you're going to struggle.
That rules Ian out of an abseiling career. And for Nigel, there's just no place like home.
Someone did ask me to come and work out here. I considered it for a very short period of time and then said no. I prefer the cold. I've missed the snow and the rain and the easiness sometimes of our job back at home.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God.
They say pride often comes before a fall. But when the going gets tough, a super heroic effort can be required. The Avalon Abseiling teams are specialists at awkward access.
I'm really getting the buzz and the phrases.
But on the odd occasion, a more unique and unusual service is called for.
It's going to fit.
Yeah, should do it. Should do it.
So we've got to dress as a fly and abseil down the building, effectively being splatted on the windows. And in the theory that it will make people laugh and be happy. Oh, it's back to me goth days.
Looking lovely. Just do that every day, nights.
Normal. This is our new work uniform. Everyone should wear it.
It's May 2015 and Chiswick-based new media company MTG are making a video they hope will go viral.
Basically, we want people to think that anything can happen in the office, that they're not stuck in a day-to-day job.
I'm here.
That's all right then. I would take my glass off, but then I won't be able to see everything.
It's starting to take shape, isn't it? I mean, he looks like a fly.
I'm fighting boredom.
It may not be your average abseiling gig, but Nigel is keen to make the most of his new alter ego.
I can see myself now.
You couldn't make this up.
They actually came to the window and were waving and clapping and cheering and stuff, so taking photographs. I'll take this home to the wife, she'll love it. She'll think I'm completely bonkers.
As long as the customer is happy. No task is too surreal or too small for the rope men. Today's job may only be repointing and waterproofing, but it still has its own complications.
The sheet we've got isn't big enough to collect the muck that we're using.
It may not win Tent of the Year, but at least the house owner is impressed.
These guys actually knocked and informed us what they were going to do, and like they were worried about the garden, which I thought was absolutely ace. That's all they can do, isn't it, really? To be honest, it does the job. It stopped all the concrete.
Small jobs like these are the bread and butter of rope access, and Mark wouldn't have it any other way.
It's much nicer to do different things every day. Otherwise, I think you get too bored. You don't want to be doing the same thing day in, day out. It adds to the excitement of the job.
There is, however, one person in particular who may disagree that variety is a good thing.
Nice. Well, this is infested with pigeons nesting, so it's got to be cleared of all the fouling, and then we've got to seal it up to make sure they don't come back. And it looks like they've been here for a considerable time, shall we say. They're well established.
Mark has made the assumption that the pigeons have flown the nest.
Oh, you... I didn't realise he was in there.
Pigeon poo is known as guano, and a single pigeon can produce up to 25 pounds of the stuff in a year.
You can be neck up in it. But this is a little bit more gentle.
The pigeons here in Islington have been sitting on the downlights and basically putting on the balconies below. Mark is tasked to clean them up and attach spikes as a deterrent. A job he dearly adores.
Oh, it's got to be in the top 5, I'm sure, sarcastically. No, it's not the best of jobs, really. It's a very messy, smelly job. This isn't so bad, though, but some of them can be really bad. You look at it from one side, they keep a lot of people in work. On the other side, they're very, well, they're full of disease, really, and that's why we have to keep moving them on. Health and safety.
The spikes will do the job, but with an estimated 18 million pigeons in the UK, it's a hollow victory.
It's an ongoing battle. It never ends. And this is something we find all the time on the roofs. Yeah, there's no winning. There's no winning for these pigeons. Another one bites the dust.
Sadly, it's not just the pigeons on a losing streak. Greg has suffered a serious leg injury. Has Phil been pushing his team over the edge?
I just fell over while skipping.
Apparently not.
Had a few beers, not too many, I wasn't too drunk, but I was on a stag do and just skipping down the street and fell over. Obviously because I've damaged it, damages all the muscles and stuff, I'll be out of action for hopefully not too long, but maybe a week minimum.
While Greg remains grounded, the rest of the team is celebrating a narrow victory in the race to redecorate Reading FC's Medeski Stadium.
Today's about coming to see what we actually did and have a bit of fun, that's all.
the Avalon team can finally kick back and enjoy themselves.
It's been a stressful job because we've obviously had deadlines and lots of things to tackle on the way, with the weather especially. Yeah, it's nice to be off the ropes and just relaxing.
It is a lovely stadium, lovely pitch, and it's not raining, which I think makes it, because I thought it was going to rain today. So,
Watch those posts. It was painted there.
Oh, we just painted that. Don't do that to it. To be honest, everything which is awkward to anyone else is our bread and butter, because anything which creates an awkward job is exactly what we're trained for, and that's what we do. The more awkward, the better for us, to be honest.
Hey, man.
don't feel left out. Come here.
See you later.
Take it easy, guys.